I'm Robrad78.
And I'm Fidget 1185.
And welcome to our Couples Therapy.
Welcome back to Couples Therapy, where we talk about this, that, and the other thing.
And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Well, we got a lot of stuff that's gone on this last couple of weeks. Recording a little late this week. We just been busy. I had vacation. And why did I have vacation?
Because as of this recording, Sunday was my birthday. I won't say how old I turned, but we'll just say we're 1 year older than we were a few days ago. But no, it was nice having... Unfortunately, I did have to work on my birthday, but I left at 11:30 to, I worked. I was there. I gave a valiant effort, but I'm like, nope. We're going home. But so the following day, which was a Monday, we went out, did a little bit of shopping, which was always fun. Then ended that trip with having some sushi, which was yummy for my tummy, because I haven't had that in a while, and I've been telling this guy over here that's I've been wanting it lately.
That's right. So, if you guys haven't noticed, I kind of cleaned up a little. Just getting it too baggy.
Does not approve.
We can only have a certain length at work, and so I had to let her go.
You couldn't have trimmed it with scissors?
Funny thing is, I did trim all of this with scissors. This is all Scissors Works.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think next time it gets because it gets bushy this way, right here on the sides, I've noticed. But I say next time when that happens, no, force me to cut it, cause I miss. Worst case scenario, we just end up
force you to cut me.
No, to shape it. Worst case scenario, you end up looking like this again.
I'm okay with that.
No, I'm never gonna get better if you don't let me do it.
You're not gonna get worse.
I'm not gonna get any better. Then I don't want to hear, oh, can you do this for me? I'm gonna be like, no, you didn't let me try. And then God forbid if I mess it up, you drama queen over here.
But yeah, since we last recorded, it was Halloween.
Wow, that seems forever ago.
I know. It's because we recorded so late into the week.
It was the day after.
But while we waited for kids this year to come to the house, which we didn't have a whole lot, but while we waited, we played Clue. We played the It version of Clue, so Pennywise, and that was fun. We've been playing a lot of Clue lately. A lot.
Yes, we have. So much Clue.
We played the Bob's Burger one.
Yes.
We played a Squishmallows one.
That one was cute.
Yeah. My mom and I played the Grinch one last night.
Yep, I was being grumpy.
As per usual.
No.
We played Scooby-Doo one. And then we played a Golden Girls and Seinfeld one within the last couple times. But we've talked about that on here.
Yep.
And then the only ones we haven't played yet that we have are Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
Which is her all-time fave. And Simpsons.
And it's cool. I didn't realize that when he had got The Simpsons, that it is basically the original Clue. all the characters are portrayed as like the original. With the ones that we've played, like the Bob's Burger, the Scooby Doo, like the Grinch.
Yep.
Each character has like an ability that you could do once per game.
Bob's Burger not.
Most of the ones we have. On like the newer ones, they have these question mark tiles that where if you land on them, you could get something good or you could get something bad.
Yep.
But the Simpsons one doesn't, because it's basically the classic Clue.
Yeah. Which is weird because I swear the Bob's Burger one did come with cards, but then it's like, where'd they go? But yeah. Which is, you can play without those too, if you want to. And we found the best way to play 2 players on the game.
And by found out, I've read the booklet, the instructions and whatnot.
Right. But some of the other ones didn't really say anything.
So I know, which is kind of weird. So basically, as when you're dealing out like the who, where, and with what cards, you deal the top 5 and you set them off to the side of the board, and then you deal as per usual. And then let's say I ask
Oh.
Robrad if he has whatever, and then he says no. So he would grab those 5 cards, and then I would randomly, pick one at random. That's what I meant to say. And then, mark accordingly. But then you gotta hope that if it happens again, that you're not constantly grabbing the same one.
Yeah. Which happened. And
Right.
yesterday, that's the way me and Mama Brad played. And we both got out.
Yeah, I knew the answer.
Yeah. She helped shuffle them up.
And then I looked because I was curious as to what I picked.
It's funny because a lot of the times the character that Fidget wants to play as is the same one that my mom wants to play as.
I know, which is weird because he'll ask me first, and then either later the same day or the next day he'll ask, and then she'll pick the same one. And it's like, okay, that's weird.
Guess which character she picked for The Simpsons?
Marge.
Yeah.
What the heck? And that's the same one. No, you are lying to me.
No, I'm not. I asked her, or I didn't even ask her. She just pointed at that one.
Okay, this is getting creepy. First time I was like, okay, kind of weird coincidence, whatever. Second time, it's like, okay, this time, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Because you had asked me before we'd gotten...
Before she even got home.
Well, before we had left to go get dinner.
Din.
Not a sponsor, but of course we went
To A&W. Which we have a great time when we go there.
Yeah.
Weather's getting colder out, so that's always sucky. We had our first frost a couple weeks ago. Last week? Two weeks ago?
Last week?
I'll say last week. But yeah. Do we want to tell them what was on the garage today when we...
So, when I clocked out of work, I got some groceries for us, and by some groceries I mean Walmart's version of an Uncrustable.
Great valued.
Which is nothing wrong.
Crustless or whatever they call them.
Like no crust or whatever.
Nah.
It's still basically, it's an Uncrustable. Anyways.
They're square instead of circle.
But I wonder, do you get more with the square than you do a circle?
I don't know. We'll have to test that out one day.
Right? Anyways, so I was, I got home before he did, so I'm sitting in my car, parked my car, sitting in the car talking to my mom about stuff, and then he pulls in, and then I'm like, here, help me with help me bring him in. So we come in through the garage instead of walking all the way around, which makes sense. And I'm like, what the heck is that on the door? Because it was laying flat, like against the door. And then when he went to go like hit it, move it, and then it went like stood up like and it was a spider, and I nearly threw up.
Well, didn't I first try to whack it or something?
or you tried to move it, or you did
Yeah.
something.
Tried to flick it off.
Yes, and then it was like, ha, mother trucker.
And then tried secret agenting.
Well, no, and then so he hits the code, door starts going up, stupid thing starts going up with it, and then I'm like, oh god. So I run in like a scared little potato that I am. And then I get in, and then the stupid thing is like bungee jumping from the
secret agent.
Yeah. I hate when they do that. It's like, you stay away from me, and I won't make him step on you.
But unfortunately, I did have to step on him because Hubert didn't stand up for us.
I know.
Way to knock him dead, buddy.
Hardly ever stands up. Anyways, so yeah, I was thoroughly grossed out. Really don't do spiders. The big ones like that, yeah, no thank you. But you know, the little ones that are like super like itty bitty don't bother me.
Smack. Bugs have been bad.
Ugh. Are they always like that after they cut the?
After harvest?
Yeah, and then they cut down the.
Not all the time. It's the soy though.
That's bad. No,
well, it's because soy is so much dusty compared to the
corn.
But around this time, it just depends on the year. Sometimes there's bad bug season. Sometimes it's pretty mild. So since you've been here, it hasn't really been that bad. But this is just one of those years, I guess.
So just with anything, you have the good times and the bad times, and unfortunately, this was one of those bad times.
Yeah. But yeah, we've been playing a lot of games lately. We've been venturing on the new Fortnite.
Some faster than others, and by some I mean him.
Hey, I got Ned Flanders. That's all that matters. One of my new mains, I guarantee it.
Yeah, I will get to it. It's just, my days off. I mean, I kind of have an excuse since it was my birthday weekend. I don't know, just some days I feel more into it than others. I'm sure people can relate.
But it's only a month long, so.
I know.
Get it while you can.
Oh, and trust me, I will. And by me, I mean you.
Yeah,
no, just kidding.
Much.
I'm kidding.
But you're not, though.
But I am.
Because I do 90%.
And I tell you that you don't have to, and then if I miss out on it, that it's my own fault.
Worth the grind.
Why?
Well, anymore, if you don't get it within 18 months, you can purchase it. It'll be able to be back in the shop again or something like that. Which I have yet to see something from the Battle Pass come back. So it's like
18 months is a year and a half.
Right, like there's been nothing from a Battle Pass that's been in the shop yet, though. You know what I mean?
So they lied to us.
Pretty much. Because, like, wouldn't there be something by now? Like Peter Griffin or something would be in the shop?
You would think.
So.
Oh, and speaking of Fortnite, I don't know if I sent it to you on TikTok, but it was about Blitz.
Oh, yeah?
I think, I don't remember exactly, so people do not quote me on this.
Quoter.
Like, they took out a lot of, things in Blitz, supposedly. Like, they took out, like, the medallions.
Yeah, I've noticed they haven't been around.
And stuff, and then, like, apparently, like, you're, like, getting, like, the basic, like, weapons and stuff.
It's some crazy weapons right now, to be honest with you, because, like, you can still get, like, the minigun.
Right, but I don't, like I said, I don't remember if I sent that to you or not, but,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, how do you, I
don't know. The way I play Blitz, a lot of times I'm just playing on my mobile. So most of my lobby is bots, but I don't really care. It's just relaxing.
Right, and even when but when I get a lobby full of bots, I still end up dying somehow, and that's embarrassing.
But
maybe I should start playing on my phone.
yeah, so like next season they're supposed to be doing some pretty cool collabs too. Like I hear SpongeBob next season. There was Harry Potter coming up.
But if they did get the rights to Harry Potter, like, I'm very surprised. Because, again, just like anything with Harry Potter anymore, like the whole controversy. I mean, if you know, you know. So I thought because of all of that and, all the backlash that she was receiving or whatever, that, like, they were just, like, not gonna.
Well, it looks like they just shied away from it for a couple of years, and then they tried coming back. Because back then they wanted to do it, and then they stopped, and then I feel like Harry Potter fans are Harry Potter fans, though.
Right, and we've talked about this before, and, like, people are, like, divided. You got your people and people that are part of the LGBTQ plus
Yeah.
community that are like, hey, you like her, you do you, not for me, cool, whatever, agree to disagree or whatever. But then you had your other people who were like, I can't believe, people would support someone, blah, blah, going on and on and on. And it's like, granted, you have the right to feel that way, but don't make me feel like crap for, liking the story.
Yeah.
I didn't like what she said, but I still love the books because
They're good stories.
they're good stories.
They got popular for a reason. They were pretty good.
But
whenever somebody goes on a tangent about, I can't believe this, I can't believe that, I always go, and I cannot believe it's not butter.
Right, but it's like everybody is entitled to feel the way that they do, and
for sure.
Again, but realistically though, the way I am with things on the internet, I take it with a grain of salt personally, because
I don't even take it to that level.
One, it's the internet.
I stopped taking it with a grain of salt because that's giving them credit. Like, the internet is just full of people that think their opinion's more important than anybody else's. Thinks their opinion's gospel, and you should ride on that train.
And, like, if you don't
agree with them,
then you're wrong, and it's like, but I'm not, though.
No.
And you're not wrong either, but
two people can have different opinions and both be right. I don't know. It's just from a person that does a lot of social media stuff, I have to read a lot of dumb comments sometimes. A lot of them get blocked.
Right. No, and I get it. And then it's like what I've said before, it's like I don't understand why someone makes a video, whatever, and why do people who don't like the video or have something negative to say, why do they feel the need to put that negativity on because are they really that, like, I get dumb, for lack of a better word, that they don't realize even their negative comment is still interacting with your video, thus pushing it further out?
Yeah, obviously they don't have the high IQ to that level, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know why, but it seems like if someone has something terrible to say, they're more likely to write it down than if they really like the video.
And that's sad, because I feel like nowadays that's all it ever is just like negativity. And it's like, whatever happened to like the good old days where it's like, someone makes a video and where
have a natural conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, let's bring those days back. And here's my whole point to like the whole negative comment thing is like, if you don't like what you're seeing, why make a comment about like, oh well, what you said was dumb, or oh, you're dumb? Why not just either block the video so you don't see that anymore, and two, just scroll on? Mm-hmm. Why waste what little brain capacity you have leaving a negative comment?
I don't know.
Because
I've never had that inkling in me to be like, oh, I'm going to ruin this person's day.
Yeah, when I'm scrolling social media, you know what I do when I see something I don't like or something I don't agree with from a content creator that I like? I just keep scrolling.
Yeah, and if it's happened multiple times with the same person, I block the
Or I unfollow them.
like it, even if you're not following them, you know, I just like I do not want this kind of content.
Right, it's really not that hard
The
to
one thing I
do.
can't get away from though, even though I block all of the content, is the ads that I don't want. Like I don't care about Whatnot. Never gonna be a sponsor here. Just gonna say, don't care. I've blocked every single one. They keep coming out with new ones. Guess what? I get that ad. Don't care. The other one I get all the time. Different companies, but for some reason, YouTube algorithm has a reason to think that I have a problem performing downstairs because I get all these ED ads. I don't know where they come from. I don't know if it's because I listen to podcasts or what.
There's got to be something in your algorithm
I have no idea.
that's the only thing that I could think of.
I don't know. But if this is the new rumor that's going around on YouTube, I mean, at least give me some views over it. But, like, I don't.
Right.
If you're going to be that many ads of mine, at least come be a sponsor. Like, I don't know.
Right.
And I can even tell you what the name is. Because every time it comes on, I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, don't speak it. Don't
No.
talk about it anymore.
But, yeah, basically two companies that will probably never be ads over here because they'll see this and be like, nope.
Well, but anyways, like circling back to Fortnite again. Again, like we've seen things where it's been like, "Oh, this collab's coming soon." It's the dreaded soon. Like I hate that.
Oh, man.
But anyways, not to be the little gray rain cloud of doom here, but we're going to be the little rain cloud of doom here is
Shocker.
I'll believe it when I see it. Like you can post about it until you're blue in the face and then something like it could not happen. So it's like
Right.
I'll believe it when it happens.
Well, like when you first moved out here, they were talking about doing SpongeBob on.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah. And then it ended up being that it was on Fall Guys. And it was like, it's not the same thing.
No.
And then the other thing that, like last year's Halloween, they kept advertising that it was going to be Jason that year, but then it wasn't until this year. Like they had no advertisement for Leatherface, and he just showed up, and we're like, whoa.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy to have Bubba.
For sure.
But you
We
get
had him for a whole year emoting and dancing before we got Jason.
But see, now you see why I say I'll believe it when I see it because we've been promised before and then it not come out.
Right. And how long did we have to wait for The Simpsons? We got Futurama was the first cartoon we got.
Was it really?
Yes.
Oh, dang, you're right.
And for what? They didn't really come back. It was like to advertise that they were coming back or whatever, and they didn't make a resurgence. I thought they were going to make the show some more of the show or something.
No, but I'll take the characters, though.
Yeah, for sure. We like it, but it's like, bring the show back. You bring back King of the Hill, which we still haven't watched. Do we have a way of watching that yet?
I don't know. We'll look at it off stream.
Because from people I've talked to, they said it's really good.
Well, I mean, if it's on like Hulu, which I think it might be,
Yeah,
I got it
is.
on Disney Plus.
Okay. Maybe we'll watch some after this.
But yeah. I mean, I'm excited, like don't get me wrong, but it's like one of those cautiously optimistic things because it's like again, as I just stated, we like for 2 years we've been waiting for one collab that
Yeah, and the one thing I don't get is like a lot of these people that have smaller followings than me are getting early releases. And like they're getting the free skins, this and that. I've looked everywhere to try to get into that program. And like I want to get in on the ends, you know.
well, and probably what it is
I hear a lot of it's Reddit.
could be, and I'm sure a lot of what goes into it is, they stream like nothing but like Fortnite, and they're constantly doing it like every day for, this time to this time, and it's like, okay, in my opinion, well, that's not healthy.
No.
Yes, you go to work, you have a job, you come home, you don't necessarily want to have to get home and stream for, a set number of hours and then go to bed, repeat the next day.
No, I can't do that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, though.
I can barely do it on the weekends anymore. Thing is I'm kind of, don't want to say I'm dying out of it, but it's like, like when it comes to it, it's just like I don't have the time or energy for it right now because there's other things to do, and like it sucks. I miss the good old days when I could just come home and do that kind of stuff. But,
Tell the crew, hey, I'll be on in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, now the crew's all doing their own thing, and it's like I am blowing up a little on TikTok, and I'm starting to make a new crew with them. But it's just one of those things where like you hang out with people for long enough, and then they either get busy with life, and then you never hear from them, or like you guys just have one disagreement, and then all of a sudden you're not talking anymore, which that's how the internet works apparently.
Right, and that's sad, and like I get it, life happens, right? Because I mean, like you said, like you feel like you have other things to do, and I get it, but then it's like really, it's like if people are really going to be, again, this is just my opinion, that immature and like just stop talking to you over a disagreement, nothing was talked about, nothing was tried to like be worked out,
right?
Then maybe it's not a friendship worth saving.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I don't really go out of my way too much about it, but at the same time it's one of those things where it's like it's not just that, it's also like sometimes people are like waiting for the bad. So like like they're like almost procrastinating it themselves, or like bringing it on themselves, because it's like, yeah, you bring a bunch of negative energy, of course you're gonna eventually it's gonna come back and bite you.
Right.
And then they never understand that it's like, why is it always happening to me? It's like
because you're bringing it on yourself.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You nip at the dog's tail long enough, eventually it's going to bark back.
Right. I don't know. But the internet is a crazy thing because,
sure is.
And I mean that like in a good way, because through my years of online gaming, like I've met some friends and whatnot, and that's pretty cool. Where I used to play World of Warcraft, like I was one of them, and one of my guild mates, I think he lived in Australia, I think. And, just through playing and everything, it's like we became friends. And then, it's unfortunately, again, life happens. And then plus, like, I'm on one continent, he's on a completely different other continent.
Yeah.
So there's that. But I mean, it was just, like really cool. Just, we were friends for a good long while and stuff. And I feel like that's also like what gaming can do. It's like, it's just one random chance like meeting, or like playing a round of like, let's say Fortnite, and then you guys do really well, and then you just click.
Right.
Then like then you start playing like together one day a week. Like.
Yeah, that happens. That's happened to me a few times. I got some stay friends, friends that are here to stay off of Fortnite. And then, like, this week I met some people, and, like, we're all like, oh, where are you from? Where are you from? And of course, love that you did that right in the mic. Oh, I hate
Right.
that noise.
Sorry.
But yeah, I have some friends, or I was telling them I was from Iowa or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, that's new to us. We've never, never had a friend from Iowa." So I'm like, made me feel a little unique. Like, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere.
Sorry, you keep like shaking the table and the water keeps moving and it keeps catching the corner of my eye. And I'm like, what is that? And it's like, oh.
And I think, if I'm correct, it's probably time to go. Do you got anything else to say?
No?
Yeah. When we start narrating things off the table, I think it's time to.
Well, no, it was just.
No, I'm just saying. It's just like we
like
don't
you've
have
been doing
anything
that the
else.
whole episode.
Yeah.
And it was just like.
I'm very shaky today. I don't know what it is. I think I'm just antsy to go do something. Live life,
I'm antsy to get out of this cold garage.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I hope you guys enjoyed this rambling, which is what the show basically is all the time. Much love. If we didn't even make a heart anymore. Looks like a pumpkin. And